Hey, welcome back to the Gemini channel. My name is Laura. I'm going to do a general message for Gemini. Know that energy is fluid, roles could be reversed. Interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also, know on this channel, I like to go in deep within my readings. So I do look at everything, but we take extra time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, and see how they play out as karmic themes within your experiences. So take that into consideration when watching this video because you will get a little bit of a therapy session. Shadow readings are not just yes or no. And the reason why is because they're considered healing style readings. It explains to you why a person is doing what they're doing. When you're dealing with someone that has spiritual blocks, they have a lot of sabotaging behaviors. So you may feel like this person is connected to you. You may see and feel that this person loves you. However, they do things to sabotage the connection. They do things to hurt you. So, in order for you to not become blocked from being with someone that's blocked, you have to create awareness. You have to understand why things are happening. You also have to understand what the whole point of the connection is. Our relationships are the way that spirit grows us. It's the way that the universe teaches us about where we aren't healed, right? Because we are the energy of unconditional love. The universe is the energy of unconditional love. God is the energy of unconditional love. You have the energy of unconditional love inside of you. I do also. It's our connection to each other. It's felt as empathy, sensitivity. Well, we also have blocks. We also have an ego, and the blocks are created from experiences that we lived that made us feel unworthy, not good enough. So we formed personas in order to deal with those parts of ourselves that we've rejected. We are not even aware of what those things are a lot of times because they were created in our childhood. And so, in order for us to become aware, the universe brings us what we need. That's why you always hear you get what you need, not what you want. It's just a lot of times we get what we want. It's just we don't feel like it's what we need, where spirit says it's really the other way around. And so we say, well, why would you do that? And spirit says, because there's many different realities that play out at one time. Your level of consciousness depends on what you do. Again, it depends on how healed you are, how much light you have. And so when we have a block, it's about creating awareness so we can integrate the spiritual lesson. And so we can then know what we need to do to transmute that energy. Because transmutation is what you do with negative energy. You can't just get rid of negative energy. You can only turn it into positive. Alchemy teaches us that only through um, only through adding a positive like is the way. Oh, and which means that you have to actually see yourself go through the same experience and see a different outcome because you did something different. That is transmutation. It's like taking negative energy and again making it into a positive. Okay, let's see how that all ties in with the reading. Who knows? Sometimes it doesn't. Most of the time it does. Um, I don't know why. If spirit likes to give these little tidbits in front of my readings, but usually it has something to do with the reading. We'll see. Now let's see what that underlining word of the video is. Let's see. Anxiety, worry, anxiety. The first thing that I heard was the tables have turned. Like it's almost like, I feel like there was a time you were really crazy about this person. The there was a time that you really wanted to be with this person, and it like hands down. And I feel like you would worry every time that this person would ghost, every time that this person would walk away. And I feel like this person, when you first met them, it was their way or the highway, and they didn't care. And now I feel like you got to a point where you're like, I can't deal with the bullshit anymore. I want stability. And I feel like you had stability. I feel like I feel like your relationship, your previous relationship was a good relationship, but I also feel like either you outgrew the relationship or whatever, it just ended like organically, the previous relationship. Or maybe you just didn't care. And so you were more relaxed. And I feel like that's really what it is. It's like you were at peace. You're like, I've lived in peace. And to get into a relationship that's going to give me a headache, that's going to give me drama, you just can't do it. And I feel like it's because you've already witnessed too many people at your age be in dysfunctional, toxic relationships, and you saw what it did to them. And there's a part of you that's like, I don't really want to be with this person anymore. Like you're like leaning more towards that you don't really want to be with this person anymore. I'm laughing because I just like downloaded the new Zoom, and every now and again you're gonna see like a thumb go up, and it always comes up at the right the right times. It's almost like spirit saying, that's right. Like you're not gonna want to be with this person because you've just done too much work on yourself. And what you see is that this person doesn't have their shit together. And if they would have given you the time, if they would have given you the effort when you gave them the time and the effort, that you guys would be in a totally different place. But they didn't. And they gave you a lot of time to think about this connection. So I feel like you're connected to someone that has a lot of anxiety right now, and it's because they know you're disconnecting. They know that you're like, I don't give a shit. Like you weren't here. I've, you've spent more time away from me than with me, and you played too many games. I feel like this person played chicken. They thought again who they were when you met them. And now what they see is again that the tables have turned, that you're in a different place. They're in a different place. They're also seeing that they misjudged you. They're not who they perceived you to be, and they didn't give you the time. They you didn't get anything. So they also see how they treated you. And so there's a sense of that they're really worried. Problem is that this person also has a very big ego. So the reason why they held back was not because they didn't think that they were wrong. They knew that they were wrong. This person just doesn't like to apologize. So I feel as if this issue why you guys aren't even talking is stupid. It's because they didn't apologize. And now they took it too far. And so, and now they're worried because I feel like they always had a connection to you. They just didn't want to, this person wanted to do what they wanted to do when they met you. They didn't want to be in a monogamous relationship. They didn't want to, have to answer to anybody. They were in just a different place, I feel like. When you were with them, it's like, again, they had a lot of different people. Like I said, they ran around with a lot of different people. They didn't want to be monogamous. And they didn't care about how they treated people. They went in and out of relationship, right? Just didn't care. Left the relationship in ruins. Would go in, love bomb, give the person everything that they wanted to be, everything that person wanted to be, and then dip out. And then again, create a lot of toxicity. And then there would be revenge. This person always had people retaliate on them. They've never seemed to learn, and that would disrupt their life, disrupt the other person's life, and create a lot of problems, leave this person's life in ruins. And mainly because they like to, not be in monogamous relationships, likes to get a lot of attention from people, but then doesn't, act like that when they first meet you. They become everything that you want them to be until they know that they have you hook, line, and sinker. And then they turn into someone else. And the thing is, you always felt that. So you never gave them. And the thing is, this person wanted you to chase them. And they really thought that you were going to do that. And you didn't do that. And then they didn't. And because you didn't do that, it was like you got punished. They didn't acknowledge you really for your birthday. They didn't really acknowledge it. Everything that they gave was tiny. It was like a little breadcrumb. And so, you know, then I feel like something happened where they should have really been there for you, maybe death, maybe someone was sick, something major, but they didn't want to come back because, hey, you didn't like chase them. And I feel like this person did a lot of things to try and get a reaction out of you. They might have even blocked you on Facebook, blocked you on the phone, blocked you. Just immature bullshit to try and get a reaction. And you didn't do it, but everything was a ploy to get you to chase them so that they didn't really have to give in anything. And you didn't do that. And it was a good thing because what this person does is that they, again, love bomb, then pull back, have the person chase them, try to get them to love bomb more. Then they get what they want, and then they don't want to, they're out of the relationship. And that's not what happened with you. But this person thought that that was the game that you were going to play. And that explains why you're probably like, I don't have tolerance. I don't have tolerance for someone that's not grown up, someone that could potentially hurt my life, leave my life in ruins, where maybe you're saying, like, I'm just too old, you know? It's again, like, and this person, I feel like, yeah, because this person, first of all, like when you dealt with them, they crushed you, they didn't care. And I feel like you really had a strong connection to them. They felt like you were naive too. It's like they thought, well, you think that I'm only talking to you. I'm talking to a lot of people. Like again, like, yeah, yeah, yeah. They weren't really giving you the time. And the thing is, it's like now they see that and now they're crushed. That's why I'm saying the table is turned, because there's a sense that now that they've given you so much time that you've seen like almost like the whole picture, and you don't see them the same way anymore. It's again attention, like they needed constant attention from other people, and they wanted to seem like they were a lot more confident than they actually were. And in that, they didn't give you any attention. And then when you would say something about, not getting attention or not having time or them not really making time, they would make it like you were jealous. So again, this real toxic behavior. And you're like, jealous of what? It's like you're not giving anyone anything. Only this person was very indulgent. And you just felt like, we went through the cycle too many times. Like you tried to tell them too many times, hey, well, like, you're not really giving me time. You're not really, like, I don't feel like this is a deep connection. I feel like this person always wanted to keep things really surface. And they did. They didn't want to build an emotional connection to you. And even though I feel like they always knew that there was a spiritual connection, they were not ready for that type of relationship. They wanted to run around and get attention from a lot of different people. They didn't want to really be in a relationship with anybody. And that's what it is. It's like this person did that for so long. I feel like that's stuck, imprinted in your memory, and you're like, I have a hard time, I can't really get past that. And that you undervalued me. You acted like I didn't matter. You acted as if I was disposable. That's what this person literally tried to do too, because they misjudged you. They thought that you were going to chase after them. They thought that you were going to give them more. They thought that you were going to, they didn't realize that who you were. They knew that they had a connection, but I feel like this person just thought that, like, I feel like they undervalued spiritual connection, and I feel like they were like, oh, I don't really need to listen to that, or I'll get over that, or that's not really, you know, I feel like they thought that they can control it, get rid of it, like squash it by like ignoring you, stonewalling you. And I feel like they never had this type of a connection before. They weren't ready for this type of connection when you met this person. And I feel like they're the ones that usually have the upper hand. They're usually able to, finagle and manipulate people to get what they want. So they see that, like, again, and it's like this person, there's too many. If they have children, they hide behind their children. But I feel like this person had too many inner child wounds, to be honest with you, because I'm getting really immature energy. And the thing is, I don't really feel like this person's that young. I'm getting like almost like what a person would do when they were like 17, 18 years old, where I feel like some of you guys are dealing with a grown man, like 50 years old, grown woman that's like 55 years old, 60 years old, 30 years old, 20 years old. It's like, and they're still acting like they're a kid, again, manipulating, and they get what they want, but they only get people that don't really value themselves, which would explain why, again, this energy happens. It's again that it creates a lot of destruction. And because there's so much drama in the relationship, and when I'm talking about drama, I'm talking about a one-up you game where this person gets off on it. It's like, it's not just I got to hook up with you, but I got to degrade you a little bit. I got to, um, obviously you were with me because you wanted me to be with you. I got to be with you. And it's like, I get off on hurting people. That's the energy there. And I feel like you saw that, and you feel that this person could do that to you because they abandoned you. They didn't give you anything. And that's why you're intolerant. Okay, like you're like, if you might have not cheated on me and you might have not, but that's because I didn't allow that because I was smart. But you left me. You didn't care what I was going through. You didn't want to be a part of my life. Because again, you felt the connection and you just didn't want to give me that. But knowing that we had a connection, you never cared about what my feelings would be, which again is what made you feel like, well, I'm not important to you. You undervalue me. And you were like, and I just did too much work on myself. And that's really what I feel like, Gemini. I feel like you're like, I just did too much work on myself that I don't want to feel like I'm with somebody that's like 18 years old or 15 years old. Someone that is like pulling my pigtails like just to like get a rise out of me. Someone that's gonna like dangle a carrot in front of me and make me like jump for the carrot. And if I don't do it, they're gonna go run and get attention from other people and stonewall me, not talk to me for days. And so again, this person then would accuse you of like being too fierce, of being too much, when really it's like, I think that it's again narcissistic energy. Let's focus on your reaction let's not focus on what I did. That's the energy there. I think the world of you. See, this card doesn't even belong in there. So we're going to see why that is. Why that is. Because again, this person can have feelings again for you and know that you're on a higher vibration than them. But again, they didn't want to raise up to that vibration. And I feel like now they think the world of you. However, when they were in that energy before, they did not think the world of you. What they thought was, I like you, but I don't know you that well. And what I know, I'm not really sure I'd like, because again, if you're someone that's very conservative, this person may not be conservative. If you're someone that um is very serious about your career and goal oriented, and then again, they didn't have any purpose for you. You couldn't be manipulated. This person only wanted one thing, which was attention on them. Someone that's going to service them, someone that's going to do them. That's it. It's like they weren't thinking about you. So again, if you have anything going on in your life, they don't care. They're not showing up. They don't. That was the energy, which is what made you feel abandoned, made you feel like not worthy. Like this person, any chance that they had to actually be in your life, they didn't. And not because they didn't have feelings, but because, again, just didn't want to do it. Now they do. Where it's like things are just difficult now, and that's what they feel. Things are just difficult now, and they are. And they're difficult now because of what they did. So it's almost like they did all this and you detach from them. And now it's like they don't really know how to approach you. They don't really know what to do because, hey, they wanted to run around with everybody else. And they know that you're going to say something to them, obviously. Let's see if we can go deeper. They have anxiety because of that, because they were running around with so many other people that they're going to come back and you're going to laugh in their face because you're going to say, well, you didn't give me anything. Where were you for me? It's like running around with everybody else. Now you're coming back to me. Like, I don't want you. And again, this person didn't want to apologize because of their ego. You think that they want to get rejection because of their ego. So it's a lot. Don't let fear get in the way of this truth. This person's trying to not let fear get in the way of this truth. They've never felt love like this before. The depth of it is can be inspiring, but very overwhelming for this person. There's a lesson to be learned from all of this, they feel like. Yeah, because it's like you outsmarted them. That's why they're like, what the fuck? I'm used to being the one that gets over. I'm the one that used to, and I'm the one that's usually has no feelings, and you act like you don't have any feelings, and you got over on me, is what they feel like. No, you just emotionally didn't get caught up in them. And they actually think like, what's wrong with me? Everybody else gets caught up in me. Well, meaning, what's wrong with you? And people normally get caught up in me, and maybe possibly what's wrong with me? Am I losing my charm? That this person thinks like, again, they're used to getting over, and that you're not. That it's, the part of that running around getting attention from all different people to feed their ego, this person doesn't feel good about themselves. So the only thing that they really have probably is their looks, because if they're finagling everybody, like lying to everybody, it's not like they're really giving that much time or energy. People are falling in love with the outer shell. And so being that you didn't go for it and fall for it, it's like that made this person like question, am I really as hot as I used to be? Am I losing my, like why are you in my life? There must be a lesson. That's like this is where this person is. And I don't believe that they're a spiritual person, but they're like, there must be a reason why you're in my life. I feel like I don't deserve your love. I'm worried you'll leave me when you see who I really am. And didn't I tell you that? I told you that. They were running around with all these different people to try and get the attention because they don't feel good about themselves. So again, here it is. They actually think the world of you. They think put you on a pedestal, know your worth, but try to treat you less than your worth, hoping that you didn't know what your worth was, so that you would give them more. And what they see is you do know. But now we see why they did that, which you might have never left them before, but this bullshit you would, and that's what they see. They made that happen. I need to move slowly with this, but trust that I am moving even when it seems like I'm not. I feel like this person is ruminating a lot on it, and the reason why they're not moving, what it is for the first time in their life, they have awareness, and the awareness is, again, that they're not all that. And also that, you know, that if they want to be with you, they better play it a lot differently than how they've played it. And I feel like this person, like you made this person think. You made them think about their shitty behavior. And mainly just because you like didn't fall for their trap. Because let me tell you, if you would have fell for this person's trap, they would have been wham, bam, thank you, ma'am, probably would have never thought about you again. But because you never were with them, they stayed around long enough to build an emotional connection. They didn't realize that they were building an emotional connection, but an emotional connection is just built from how much thoughts you put. If you're thinking about a person a lot, and then you build up an emotion for that person. So they built up an attachment for you this whole time, because I feel like they were waiting for you to run back to them, to do something, because they figured eventually you'd cave, even if you didn't apologize. You'd eventually just start talking to them again, because that's usually what people do. You might not apologize, but like I said, come back. You didn't do that. You were like, oh, you're not going to give me the apology. You're not going to treat me differently. Well, okay, I'm detaching. They knew you were waiting for an apology. They never gave you one. And so what happened is now you're so far away from them, it's like that they can't just pop back in and be like, hey, and strike up a conversation like they used to do, but they didn't want to apologize. They would wait like a long time, maybe a week, 2 weeks, a month, and then pop back into your life. They can't do that now. They've created too much separation, too much time. So this situation has really made them think, but I feel like you're just like, I don't have the patience to go through what I went through again with them. And I don't really see how they can change, because look how slow they move, and look to, I mean, slow to like even correct their shit. They still haven't apologized. They're still ruminating on it. And I feel like they're traumatized because you didn't play this the way that they thought. Don't listen to other people. Trust yourself to know the truth. See, I feel like this person did listen to other people too, and they egged them on and told them, oh, yeah, make that person beg, make this person know they should come back to you, even though they knew that they really were the ones that should have apologized. And so I feel like they're like, well, I listen to people. Now, what if you do that? Obviously, whoever you talk to is going to say, don't take this person back, because where was I for you? So this person knows, and they're afraid. And I feel like they've played this game before with other people, so they're also judging on what other people, have done to this person. This person, like I said, plays too many games. They ruin people's lives. They come in and they, create havoc. And you may say, like, just because they like the person, but no, because they go in, they love bomb people that they feel are emotionally needy, that they know have gone through difficult times and are already not emotionally or spiritually strong, and they come in promising everything, awakening that love inside of those people, and then just leaving them. And they have a history of it, and they enjoy crushing other people because it gives them some sort of emotional high. You didn't do that. If anything, you detached, and this person, like you said, made to look at themselves. Our destiny is calling, preparing, and underwaying to take the next step. So this first person sees that, again, you're detaching. I feel like things are happening in your life and that your destiny is calling. I feel like either way, their destiny is calling too, that they have to make a decision one way or the other about whether or not they're going to be with you or not. What it is they're like, either way, I have to make a decision because they've been in separation from you for so long that I feel like it's killing them. They have like so much anxiety about it. I'm afraid you're going to meet someone else. Didn't I say that? Before I'm ready to be with you for good. So this person, like, um, I feel like they're trying to straighten things out in their life now. That's what I feel like. I feel like when they met you, they were in that party zone. And then I feel like they probably got into a relationship with someone that destroyed their life. Because again, they keep getting into relationships that don't work out, and they don't work out because of them. They don't really want it to work out. And so I just feel like this person again was crawling out of the ruins, and when they had met you and they didn't really want to jump into another relationship, they wanted to run around and talk to a lot of people, get a lot of attention, and possibly felt like they were burnt from the previous relationship, which is why they wanted you to kind of like really show them how much you like them, beg them, kind of like, this person wanted you to pretty much fight for them, fight for their love, wanted you to really see it. I mean, they really needed to see it, and you wouldn't do that. And so the thing is, it's like, um, said, I think that the whole thing backfired on them. Our energy is stagnant. Triggers sometimes happen to break the stagnancy and help the energy flow, so that this person like literally will start fights with you just to start the energy again. They never apologize. So again, so there's a part of them that's like, I know a lot of time is passing and I don't want you to meet somebody else. So I feel like a part of them is like, should I just rush in and start like deliberately bump into you and then start an argument, kind of say something to start an argument, is what I'm feeling like. Like they won't just run up to you and start an argument, but they'll say something that's sarcastic, something that's mean, a little mean underhand, so that you'll fight with them, so that you'll start talking to them again, because it's like they don't know whether or not you want to talk to them or not. They don't know anything because they've created so much separation because they didn't want to apologize. They thought eventually you'd cave, you didn't. It's like they're getting nervous. They know that if they find you attractive, other people have got to find you attractive, and that you're going to meet somebody else. And so they're like, how they're trying to strategize how to come back. And I think that they're going to try and deliberately bump into you to start an argument, because it's like that's their ploy. That's what they do. Whenever the energy is stagnant, they will deliberately start a fight just to like trigger you. They're going to start a fight to deliberately say something. I'm changing this pattern and moving forward, and I feel like the pattern of being afraid and holding back, I feel like this person has never went back to anyone and apologized for their behavior. I feel like they've never really cared. They've never looked at what they did. And so I feel like it really bothers this person that you left, is what I keep feeling. It's almost like that you made them see something that they really didn't want to see with themselves. Again, this person only likes to, you know, see themselves in the best of light. And what you showed them without saying anything, without calling them out on it, without creating a ruckus, is that they are not all that. And that is not going to be their choice. It's going to be your choice. And so that makes this person, again, feel like they're fragile, and also like that they're in the dark. They don't know what the hell you're going to do. So they are extremely slow to act because they know that they can't play dumb anymore. They know that they can't do it. And because that you're going to say something, and they're also terrified because it's like, I'm going to come to you and I'm going to say the wrong thing. I'm going to do the wrong thing, and you're going to like, and that's going to be it. So they are trying to figure out how to approach you. I'll come back for you. There's a part of this person that's like, I'll come back for you. But the thing is, what's irritating me is I want to know, does this person have good intentions? Because what's irritating me is I feel like it really bothers them that you left them. That's always what keeps replaying. Now, is it because of that, or do they want revenge, or do they want, or is it just only because I'm seeing like this person's goes in and out of relationships? They, again, they're part of the thing is like that they get off on ruining people, like I said. And I feel like they've never been put in this position where you're like, again, someone's detached from them, someone's got away from their like the turmoil that they like to create. Someone left them where they have to look at themselves like, well, it's again, like I said, they're doing self-examining. Like I said, you make this person look at themselves. I wasn't lying. Like it's like I was like, I feel like you did. And again, and they see that they acted superior. Like I said, they wanted to act superior, that they wanted to, you know, like the showdown, right? Like wanted you to, I'm gonna sit here and I'm not gonna move. We're gonna go head to head. And you're gonna back down from me. And because I feel like this person is usually their way or the highway, and they don't give in for nothing. They don't come back, they don't apologize. It's part of the illusion of who they want you to perceive that they are. Again, like the stubborn, sealed off. Again, this is what I said. Their energy, uh, just like they would hold back. They just again wanted to act like they didn't care. Like that they're unbreakable, like you're not gonna break me, like unbreakable, like their wall, right? I mean, you see the castle and it's like that's walls. Like that you're not gonna make me cave. And I feel like you got tired. And I feel like they got tired. And they were taught this in childhood, this family pattern of holding back, stonewalling, manipulating, not allowing, not being vulnerable, not not being emotionally intelligent, not showing feelings, acting like, again, they're so tough, like they have this old, tough exterior, um, where really it's stuck in the past. This is what it is. So stuck in the past of their trauma, stuck in the past of this behaviorism of like navigating their life like they're still 18 years old, still like just instead of having conversation, like playing games. And now it's like they're in regret. And they're like, because it's again, they feel like they don't want to let it go. They don't want to let it go, but they also know that they have to clean it up, that it's time to clean it up, and they don't really know how to clean it up. So I actually don't see anything bad because I was like, is that, it's like, no, because they want to, they want to like, they want to give. It's like the bearing fruit. It's almost like well, they want to like give to you. They know that they didn't give anything. So there's a sense of 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 that. Like they know that it's time to clean up, and there is a sense of wanting to bear fruit, right? Give to you. Because it's forced them to look at things from a higher perspective. I feel like they feel like this is like a spiritual connection. And I feel like it's because you walked away. Like you're the first person that walked away from this person, and to the point that they want to come back. It's like this person never cared before. I'm not, that's not really what I'm feeling. Yeah, like it's like I feel like it's you make them unpredictable. You ignite something inside of them. Like they feel like a very powerful connection. It's almost like it's like there's so much sexual like tension. It's again hot, right? Hot, almost like they feel like it's like together you guys be like make like this like it's they just feel the passion. And I feel like it's you made them think about you. You made them think about you. Feel like they always had feelings, they just didn't want that type of relationship. And I feel like you didn't stick around for it. And I feel like they were really respected you because of that. And now, like I said, they don't even know how to get you back into their life. And they're also seeing you differently than how they first saw you. And that's not because of you. I think that this person was just such a player that they thought everyone was the same, that everyone's going to fall for me. This person never thought that they were going to even have feelings for you, to be honest with you, because they don't normally have feelings. They're in and out of relationship. They never grow a bond with anybody. They didn't give you enough time. They didn't think. I feel like you weren't even their type because again, where they were. That's again, but like there's a person, this person that it like again wants to find mutual ground with you. They're tired of being rebellious. It's again, they're in a way, um, this person is finding themselves. And why I say that, it's like I feel like because you acted different and it really did make this person look at themselves and be like, and maybe I'm not all that. It's like so much emphasis was on the outer with this person and meeting someone and living from lower energies and not really caring that there's a part of this person that obviously had a lot of blocks. It just came out in rebellious behavior. Um, because it didn't really seem to affect this person, or if it did, they were just so used to their life crashing and burning and rebuilding that it didn't bother them. But it's almost like this person that, like I said, I feel like wants to uh wants to have mutual standing. There's a sense of them having like this very young connection to you too. And when I say young, it's like pure, pure. And why I say this, we see again them finding self, we see mutual, and we see naive, we see hormonal. And again, like I said, this person acts like very, very young, but they're receptive now, and they really want that mutual give and take reciprocity. They almost are like, believe it or not, I feel like almost like I see you as a friend, as someone that I can hang out with too, someone that, because you say what you mean, you do what you say, you don't let anyone be your doormat. You didn't put up with this. And like I said, it gave them time to think there was always a connection. And I just think they probably dated so many people that were surface that after a while, it's like you want something genuine, especially after someone totals your life and you're digging your way out of your life. So I'm kind of feeling like you met this person and then they didn't choose you and they went with somebody else, that there was all this drama and they were with that person and that scenario played out instead of being with you where you walked away. And so now that relationship hasn't worked out. Now this person's again back to thinking about you, and they're thinking about you a lot because again of the way that you handled them, and again about what they want. Where I don't feel like this person wants to go through another relationship that's like that. It's like right now, it's again, they're still not sure what they're going to do or how to approach this situation. But they also know that they have to that they're gonna have to do something fast. And the reason why is because I feel like again, they feel you leaving. Something's happening within your career, something's happening within, so like where you're getting a lot of recognition, okay, admiration, you're getting a lot of attention, and that creates a lot of anxiety too because this person like is already held back, played games, didn't want to give you anything, waited for you to come back. None of that happened, so they were like, I have to do something, and they know, like when I saw curtain call, I almost feel like the curtain is about to fall. And this person is going to come right in at that last minute. That's what I'm feeling. And the reason why is because something's happening in your life. I almost feel like too that this person has a lot of trauma around relationships, because what keeps jumping out at me too with this card is like they're watching a movie. Like it feels like they're watching a movie. So it's almost like they're like really have a lot of anxiety, almost like traumatized because how this situation played out. And I know that that sounds dramatic, but almost like they have to do something. And it's their, when we have trauma and that we detach from ourselves, it's like we don't have the feeling. Disassociation is that we know what happened. We remember what happened, but there's no feeling. So it's almost like we're watching someone else go through it. And that's what this person feels like. It's like they're watching someone else go through this traumatizing experience. And they know that if they think that you're a good catch, that other people find you a good catch. And now you're getting attention. And so like I said, it's like they're not 100% ready. They don't know what to do. But again, there's a part of them that does have, again, this inner knowing that this is the time that they have to do something, but they still don't know what they're gonna do. They're sitting on it. So what this comes down to is that this person like is fighting their ego. It's like hoping that you'll come back to them so that they can save face. I feel like this person knew for sure that you were interested in them, they would come back, no problem. But because you've been in separation for them with them for so long, they're like, I don't even know how to approach you. I don't even know if it's appropriate if I reach out. I don't know if you want to hear from me. So it's again, they're kind of stuck in that anxiety, but they know that they have to do something. And they also, again, yeah, they're hiding them, they're hidden emotions, like deeper meaning. Like it's like this person knows it. And so the thing is, they're gonna be uncomfortable until they do something, either way, because it's again, this person, like, yeah, like they want affection, they want love, they want, again, like they're called to you because they want to have a romantic relationship, but they'll settle for a friendship. And that's what I'm telling you. I feel like they're trying to strategize how to come back, whether they should start a fight with you, whether or not to offer just friendship, whether or not they don't know what to say, they don't know what to do, they don't know how to approach you. They have a tremendous amount of anxiety over it because, like I said, it took them too long, but I feel like they're gonna figure it out. Yeah, they're gonna, well, support, like I feel like they're going to, they're going to like get support, they're gonna ask other people, I feel like, and then, I also feel like, yeah, they're gonna, like I said, I feel like that they're going to like figure out how to come into your life and also offer the right amount. You guys maybe not by themselves, but together, and that it'll finally be like over. Now I feel like some of you are only going to choose to be friends with this person, others of you are going to choose not to be with this person, and others of you are going to choose to actually have a relationship with this person. Now, because it's a collective reading, I'm just gonna pull one card and say, finding out the truth crushed me. So again, those for you of you that are not gonna be with this person, because I feel like, again, I feel like you've really had so much love for this person. And the fact that they didn't give you anything, and now all of a sudden they want to come back into your life because things are happening for you, because you're getting recognition. So other new people are coming into your life, new opportunities are coming. And I feel like you just feel like that window is closed and you still 100% don't know who this person is because they didn't give you the time. So in this particular story, however, I do still feel that some of you will say yes, and some of you will say no, and some of you guys will say it's not yes or no, but I will be friends with this person with if they prove to me, then I would offer more. And I feel like the majority of you guys are actually going to do that. But in this story, it's like, no, person's not going back together for the reasons of, hey, like you weren't there for me. And just because you have this new epiphany, you realize that is it because of your ego? Because I made you look at something? Or is it because you really like hurt me and weren't there for me? I think it's mainly because of how you feel about you. And so that's just not good enough for me. It's just not enough. And I feel like it's that this person's karma in this story. But you'll have the option because this person, like I said, is coming back in and they're going to offer equal give and take reciprocity. That's why I said for each of you, it's going to be something different. Only because this guy comes back or girl comes back. When I say guy, I'm not meaning guy, I mean like person comes back. Learning to love myself. No, it's like you're like, I love myself more. I'm intolerant of this energy now. And I'm intolerant of it because I've done the healing. And that's what I said in the beginning of this. It's like it came too far, I did too much, don't want it. And that this person spent too much time in separation from you, that it doesn't matter that they're sorry. It's like you haven't proven to me who you are, and you're not going to ruin what I've got going on. I love myself too much. And I'm going to leave that there, Gemini. You let me know how you resonated, and you can let me know whether you choose to take this person back or not. All right. Talk to you soon. Bye.